You're on board the Trump train right now, which
I'm more lying on the tracks of the Trump train more than anything. But yeah, I'm on board the Trump train.
And you said, and this I really find peculiar because you seem more intelligent than this, that he and J.D. Vance are a great ticket. J.D. Vance has already shown us that he's not a good choice.
So no, the comment there is J.D.'s young. I think J.D. is a good compliment in that his background is so different than Trump's, right? Trump grew up with the silver spoon in his mouth. J.D. grew up in abject poverty, a very different situation.
Well, that's according to his book. There's a little question about that.
J.D. also is the face of Project 2025, which is a very dark vision of America.
Awful. Project 25, even Trump.
So how is he a compliment?
Yeah. No, in Trump,
he's a worse version of Trump.
Let him. Yeah, so I would just say, sorry. You know what you want to do as a leader? You want to say, okay, you want to have some empathetic connection. What are your issues? What is poverty like? What is drug abuse like? What are the mental health challenges your family's facing? The fact that he has those lived experiences in the White House,
but he's turned it back on those lived experiences.
Oh, yeah,
governors. Yeah. He has now said that the people that are poor, that are in poverty, like I was, are victims of their own circumstance, and if they need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps when they don't even have boots.
But
that's the person
what about
that he
if he had chosen someone like a Glenn Youngkin, who's much more unifying?
Glenn would have been great, but he's too tall. Trump won't get on stage with someone tall.
I honestly thought the
same. I mean, isn't that terrible?
No.
I mean, it was all about optics.
J.D. Vance has the lowest approval rating.
Vance kissed his butt more than the others, and the sons told him to do it.
Yeah. So the problem, to your point, the problem with J.D. is I think he's very young, and he's saying some really dumb things that are kind of clouding. Like he's doing the personal attacks. He's getting in the way of folks saying, "Okay, I'll get on board with this."
But he's not a dumb person.
Well, no, I don't think
he's saying these things.
Isn't he a Harvard guy?
I think there's this idea that he's Trump light, and he's surrounding himself with people that say, "Oh, just do what President Trump does," and he shouldn't be doing that. He should be his own person and stand on his own 2 feet, stronger than he has.
So you say that you're a Republican, and you'll vote for whoever the Republican candidate is, even though I glean from what you've been saying that you don't respect him and you think he's stupid, but you're going to vote for him anyway. But but that's okay because you're into policy and the party. I get it. All right.
I want a fundamental change. Yeah.
Okay, but Chris Christie is a Republican who came on this show and said he will not vote for Trump again. The Republican mayor of Mesa, Arizona, came out this week Mesa to endorse Kamala Harris and urged other Republicans to choose country over party and vote against Donald Trump, even if it's just this one time to get rid of him. And Mike Pence, his own vice president,
a friend of
said and a friend of yours, and a nice guy, and in a certain way a hero because of what he did or what he didn't do. Are they just less dedicated Republicans than you?
No, look, every American, everyone, whether you're in politics or sitting in the audience here, everyone has a different life experience, a different set of priorities. Some people think January 6th is an absolute disqualifier. I'm not going to judge you for that. It was horrible, right? It was terrible, right? Or the election now is a disqualifier. I might disagree. My priorities are inflation, cost of living, the homelessness crisis, the border. Other people have your audience. A lot of people are worrying how they're going to pay the bills. They want something to change. So my message is this. Let's stop judging, well, he's doing this and she's doing that. Why don't you do this? Let's respect everyone has a different experience and don't judge people who they're voting for.
Governor, what about the part where we know that he wants to take certain rights away from people, from women, from black people, from people. What about seniors? And that is, to me, that is more un-American than worrying about inflation.
So I'm pro-choice. So on the women's right to choose and everything, completely understand that. It's back in the states. Some states get it right. Some states have to make corrections, and to be sure. I think a lot of people out there going, well, look, we had him for 4 years. Some of the scary stuff we didn't appreciate and happened. Some of the scary stuff didn't come to fruition. But they just want a fundamental change. So
Nunu went on The Views and the women in The View were talking to him and they were asking him like, what more President Donald Trump or what is happening? Are you going to vote for the president? Do you want to vote for that type of president? A man with all the action that he's asking. The governor with his full chest accepted that he was going to vote for such a person, but the only problem is that even if he votes for President Donald Trump, he's going to vote because President Donald Trump is a Republican. And obviously, President Trump stands the chance of every Republican of whatever is happening. That President Trump is the best candidate that any Republican could ever have, that there's no need for him not to vote for such a person. Although he doesn't really like the policy of President Trump, but he's going to vote for President Trump. So they're trying to tell him that someone like Christie came, and Christie said that Christie and some other people in the GOP, they have stood and said that they are Republican, but they can never vote for President Donald Trump. That they don't approve the way his policy, some type of action that he's taking, that they will never vote for such a person. So they were asking Governor Sonunu that, why is your own different? Why will you be claiming that about President Donald Trump and everything that is happening? But on the other hand, you're not giving up. You still want to vote for him. That what's really happened? Are you really thinking? Do you really think sometime, or you just act because you just want to be on the clean side, you want to be on the other side? They also asked him about the VP, about JD Vance, and how do you see the way JD Vance is behaving? What will you all talk about that? He went ahead and talk about JD Vance, that JD Vance is young. He cannot even allow what JD Vance is saying. That the only reason I want that people should stop judging people, because everybody have a right of their own opinion. Everybody can say whatever they want to say. That it's not a good thing for people to be judging people. People behave because of the way they were brought up. Whatever JD Vance is doing, that is the way JD Vance was brought up. So that's what JD Vance decided to do. So he cannot even deny that he wants to argue with what JD Vance is saying. So they were asking him that, so you stop. He said that JD Vance is young. JD Vance grew up in poverty. JD Vance is not experienced. So all what JD Vance said to him, he doesn't put it at heart, because he's a young man who is still growing. So the women in their view said that, no, you cannot be saying that. He's someone who grew up in poverty but does not want to realize. He's instead blaming those that are in poverty, that they decide. They stay in poverty because they decide to stay in poverty. Instead of it to be the mouthpiece and encourage people that you can be in such a scenario, but yet God will deliver you. So what is he talking about? Why does he want to support JD Vance? You cannot support JD Vance. So no, stop that. All of them were against him. But he stood his ground. He said that he doesn't even approve. Even for the abortion, he has his own value. Many people have their own different values. Some people are for immigration. Some people are for the abortion. Some people are for the inflation. But he cannot carry his own value and put on other people. So he still stands in the fact that they will not judge. So they are asking us, so 2025, you approve of that. Project 2025, so you are supporting Project 2025. From all what you're saying means you approve the decision they have taken for Project 2025. What are you talking about? Governor Sonunu, he was just there saying his own. Actually, what do you think? Do you support Governor Sonunu that people should stay on their lane, they should not be judging people? Or what do you think? Because if they don't judge people, they won't judge even President Donald Trump. Because people reason the way they are coming from. Even JD Vance will not be judged. Can I see your own opinion in the comment section? Thank you very much for watching. If you are not subscribed, please help subscribe and help share the video. God bless you.